Hello everyone, my name is Nathan, and today it's time for another episode of City Skylines. At this point, unfortunately, I wasn't yet able to read your comments on the previous episode. However, we didn't do much in terms of progression, it was just a touring episode. Naturally, every now and then we should have an episode where we also appreciate what we actually built. However, today it's all about developing Neptune Falls. That's what we're gonna do today. Oh, check this out, we are at 80%, even a little bit above sometimes, just as an FYI. Before we expand towards the north here, I think I'm gonna start filling up the rest of the tiles we haven't filled up yet. Now, I want this to be a healthy mixture of high and low density. I think some more high density fits in this area. Same thing right here. However, this little piece could be nice with smaller density. I actually want to make sure that I leave a little bit of space free next to the highway, even though it does have a sound barrier, but I don't want the sick people problem to get out of hand. Let's see, next up we probably want to add even more commercial, let's do that. This part here could be a nice high density shopping mile. We're gonna sprinkle in some low density as well as offices right here. As usual, while we wait for development, we should go ahead and fix a few things. For instance, one thing we could do... Wow, this is crazy. You know what? I think it's time for a parking spot mod. But the car parking on the road has become way too excessive. Anyways, we have this crazy solution at the moment, which of course is not a solution. I mean, it does work. It doesn't even produce traffic jams, surprisingly enough. But naturally, it's not the way we're gonna handle this. Yeah, so maybe for a brief moment, let's pause the game and get rid of the loose ends. We don't need that anymore or that, and I'm actually also gonna swap this up. So now instead of hooking up this highway as well as this highway, we're just gonna do it on one side. And I think this side here is more suiting for that. Could we... Yeah, let's just make a little triangle here. So if possible, I wanna go back in straight, upgrade this to a ramp, and then we're gonna have 2 lanes and 2-way connecting up with this road. We're gonna do something similar on the other side, but first we wanna tunnel down. Oh, actually that could prove to be a problem. I have lots of stuff down here already. Okay, this doesn't prove to be the easiest thing I've ever done. I don't like working underground, that's why I usually don't do it. However, at least now we can make our way up there again and hopefully also connect with this. I might have to move the pillar out of the way temporarily here. Wait, hold on, not just the pillar. I wanted to move the entire node. We're gonna connect it like so. And hold on, I might have to upgrade this to 1 lane already, and then we go into the other direction with the other lane. That means we probably want to come up here and connect this. This is gonna be an absolute nightmare. I guess we could bring these down a little bit, that wouldn't even look bad. And also bring down the beginning of the bridge. However, this can't go too low. Then maybe already raise the train track a bit earlier. And that might just allow us to hook it up. Yeah, check this out. This is great. Let's actually go ahead, move this out of the way. And now nothing stands in the way of getting a nice and smooth connection. Of course, this needs to be the other way. Beautiful. Now we just have to get the train tracks back in place. And I moved this a little too far. No, we can do it. Alright, nice. This is like 1,000 times better. We might even be able to leave it like that if it functions well. Another thing we might already be able to take care of is a metro in Neptune Falls in the southern district, and I wanted to hook this up with the line that is going to the harbor at the moment. So if we stop to think about this, a metro right here would probably make the most sense. Also, the noise pollution is mostly towards the commercial area. Gotta pause the game again because we have to take apart this metro line. Maybe up to this point, that should be good, and we're gonna do that as well. Maybe I'm actually already gonna set up the other metro, so that's done. Let's say there's gonna be another one here, that should be fine. I'm gonna... Ooh, I don't wanna delete the entire airport, thank you very much. All I wanted is to hook this up, then we're gonna go down into this one. We are gonna continue up north, like so, and connect with the last station near Poppy Park. Naturally, these new stations are also gonna require their own stops. We're gonna name this line, actually it's already named. It's called Airport Ship Harbor. I'm gonna change that to Neptune Womb, right? It's 10 stops with 7 vehicles. Let's go ahead and do 8 for the time being. This is gonna need some power, and what's the best way to do it? Go across the airstrip. Don't worry, it's gonna disappear. Alrighty, I once again went through the entirety of my public transport system in order to check what's necessary, what's not necessary. Looks like this is a line that's not even being used. I also have several bus lines that are not being used that are just there in order to keep the people happy. Like in the cloverleaf industry, we have some bus routes, but they don't really do anything other than make the people stay at level 3 in case they abandoned and need to rebuild. Anyway, with still some demand left, we are gonna zone the rest of the square. Do I also want to make the outside? Let's see. I might want to cut this off with the forest, that's for sure, with the highway. What's that again? Yeah, that's a unique building, so we want to have something interesting going on here. I guess we could use some of this space for park buildings. Let me actually see. We might want to go for something touristy here. Yeah, let's do a skate park. Well, it's not really touristy. And riding stables. Oh, actually, they would also fit. They are a bit larger than I anticipated. Let's push these against the highway. Actually, I think that's fitting. I've just seen something like that yesterday. So we want to come off right here, do something like that. Let me actually push this all the way over, and then we're gonna have our stables. If they fit here, not really. Yeah, we might have to do it sideways against the highway. That's also fine. I'm just gonna expand this like so, and then we are gonna divide this with a bunch of trees. I think that's gonna function well. Gonna give this some more low density right there. Gonna have a nice little edge here with high density. This is also high density. Yeah, let's do it up to the skate park here, and then we're gonna do low density for the rest. As I said, good and healthy mixture. In the end though, we really want to make sure we have enough high density, because that's the way we get more people more quickly. I think we're still struggling with the garbage. Yeah, look at that. Garbage processing is barely able to keep up. At the moment, I have 2 locations with recycling centers, so apparently this is going to be my 3rd location. We might want to add one more. Yeah, let's actually do another one. I need to get rid of that power line quickly. Okay, I guess we can live with that for a bit longer now. Alright, I've been thinking about this for a little bit, and I thought about introducing the trolley buses, because eventually in this Let's Play I want to use every aspect of all the DLCs, and I think having a trolley bus route here makes a ton of sense. I was wondering whether or not we could have like a small industrial area on top of here, just a tiny one. I think that would be really fitting. So let's go ahead and continue this trolley bus route. Do we want to have another bridge for this and then hook it up with this road, kind of attempt to turn around? That is a good question. Let's go ahead and actually try that out. I'm just gonna have my little bridge there. We could take a nice sharp corner here and hook this up. No, apparently not. This is unhook-upable. Oh man, how the heck are we gonna do this? I think we might have to take the small trolley bus route for this. Like, we might want to come out here, take the slope at this point, downgrade this to a smaller road, actually all the way up to the point where we're gonna connect with the roundabout. Actually, at this point we would have to have another connection, then upgrade this and we have our loop ready. Let's just make sure this slope is a bit more reasonable. Okay, nice. Now we have the entirety of this huge district connected with a trolley bus route. We can hook this one up and let's see, we need an upgrade. And that's done. Let's also make sure we get rid of all the traffic lights we just generated. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and do the trolley bus route. Where are they actually? Are these the trolley? Yeah. We need... oh no! We need a depot. I knew there was a catch, but we do have plenty of space for a depot. We can have it right here, to be quite frank. Actually, let's do it near the highway there. Yeah, that's much more reasonable. And now it's time to set up the stops. We're gonna just go back and forth. So this is gonna be our first stop. We're gonna go across here, maybe add a stop there, maybe add a stop here. I might swap these around eventually, once I know where the important buildings are. But there we go, this is gonna be our end station, and we just go back and join up with you. Beautiful! This is the Neptune Falls trolley bus line with 11 stops and currently 9 vehicles. Let's do 1 vehicle for each stop, yeah. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Oh, you're probably missing the power, sorry. Another thing that might be really fitting is a train line here. So we could have a cargo station or maybe even a passenger station. We already have a loose connection right here, so this is one we could hook up, but we could also take the turn just like the highway and also have another line continuing at this point. I'm not 100% convinced yet. We could just have it here. I think that's a fitting spot, though this also means we should have a nice connection to the highway. Let's see, if I cross here and maybe tunnel down or go above... Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave this here as a reminder for the future, because we might want to do something with it. Another thing I forgot in this district is the post office. We're gonna need some of those. For the lower part, I'm gonna add one here, and the upper part, there's actually a tiny bit of noise pollution to it, but I don't think it matters too much. Let me add the post office here. I think the positive effects outweigh the negative ones. Okay, time to set up the road patterns. I was wondering, why not do a larger grid structure here? Could be fitting, you know. We tended to do a lot of organic shapes thus far, but with an open field like this, I almost feel obligated to also include the grid structure sometimes, because you can just be so effective with it. So let me think about that. I probably want to have a side road approximately every third node. So this would be the next one. There we go. Now, this is of course not what we want. I want to make sure this is only creating one single intersection. Great. Okay. Now, in order to be able to fill this completely up, of course, we're going to need even more side roads. Let's add 2 more like so. And then maybe here in the center we can have something interesting. Let me have a look at the unique buildings again. Ooh, check this out. We could have a casino. I mean, it is pretty expensive, but it fits perfectly in here. Oh yeah, this is gonna be amazing. Let's do something similar for the other part. However, I want to make sure that I don't have more than 3 roads in one intersection. So we're probably gonna handle it like so. That seems to be appropriate. Gonna do something similar here I did with my other shopping mall down in the south. Yeah, I kind of like it, though I want to get rid of this arm better. This is actually a more interesting grid structure than I originally anticipated, but let's continue. As of this point here, it's gonna be a bit more organic or random. Organic is probably gonna be the wrong thing, but I want the roads to be more random here. Leave more space for plants, trees, maybe parks. Let's do another intersection here, and that should be good. I mean, we're gonna have more intersections going into the other direction. What just happened? Sometimes this game just tosses me around. Gonna have some nice road patterns here as well, with multiple dead ends. Yeah. Alright, nice. I think that actually turned out nicely. It's time to start building. I would like to have some offices in this square actually, so it's not time to start building, it's time to add more roads. We're gonna have a reasonable connection here in the center, and of course the buses got a little bit confused there. This part is gonna continue up there, connect with this one. We're gonna have some offices in this space. There, trolley bus lines have also been fixed. Good, so we have a nice demand for industry at the moment, and I think I want to satisfy that, but as previously stated, we are gonna have a tiny bit of industrial as well. Next, we're gonna start to build up the high density residential, and this is gonna be quite a large and impressive area. For now, let's do it up to this point. I think that's good. I'm gonna leave this free, though this one can be filled up. As far as I can tell, there is no road with trolley buses only. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the traffic manager to prevent private vehicles from using this road. That would be vehicle restrictions, and we wanna restrict, I guess it's enough if we just restrict one of the bridges here. So we're gonna allow everyone except private vehicles. So now all private vehicles are forced to use the roundabout instead, which is the intended original way. Yeah, and there we have it. Of course, now we have a very low demand, but as usual, this is just gonna develop and come back over time. One thing we must not forget, of course, is to include all of this inside the Neptune Falls district. Though I want to be careful here, I'm actually not going to include the upper part, because that's going to be a separate industrial area. Checking out the upgrades. Yeah, we can do a bunch more things for the shops probably. You need more land value. Let's check out the land value then. Yeah, they have practically nothing. Well, that's natural resources. Never mind. yeah, this is the land value, but we can see it's just average at the moment, so not a particularly good situation. We could increase the land value by making a plaza. Let's go ahead and add a road for this. We're gonna go out a little bit, over and over here as well. Add the plaza right there for people to enjoy. I'm actually gonna move this slightly over so it is centered. Now, this is not a great plaza, but it is gonna help us. Though, looking at this, we might want to try to fix it at least a little bit. Oh geez, this is absolutely insane. Let me go ahead and remove the terrain a bit. Move this over again. Okay, much better. Sometimes this game allows you to do crazy things. Whoa, wait, we have 14 fires somewhere. Something is happening. Is it here? Guys, do something about it. Where are the helicopters, for instance? There we go, finally. Jeez, you took a long time. It's almost too late now. Fire trucks arriving as well. I think we're good, though. What is this guy doing? He just ignored all the fires. Well, I guess they can handle. Let's just continue with our district here. Looks like they decided to start building near the trolley bus depot. Very well. Now that we're basically just waiting for more development, I think we should take care of more details. I mean, this is not the most beautiful thing I've ever built. However, I think we can make it rather beautiful, just adjusting a few more row patterns. I mean, it's a subtle difference, but now it looks intentional to me. How are we doing? Okay, good. We're back up to 4,500 public transport users. I would like to bring this up to 5,500 if possible. Let's have another look at the traffic. 79%. That means not a lot has changed. I can also see no traffic jams that are at a halt, so we're good. Man, the amount of ships coming in is just absolute insanity. I mean, this proves that we're gonna need another harbor eventually, but I would like this other harbor to be on this side and then maybe even a third harbor right there. So we're not quite there yet in terms of expansion. Until then, we're just gonna have to live with situations like this. I kind of wish they would queue up. I mean, cars are able to queue up as well. Why not ships? Alrighty, as I was editing, I left the game running for a little bit, and I think the district started to develop. However, I also realized the casino would probably fit better in a commercial area, because it is quite noisy, as it turns out. So we're gonna have to put this casino building maybe somewhere along this road. It's not gonna be the final placement. I think I'm just gonna let it there. And that means for this place, we can have something else, something that makes sense. Music club is probably also loud. We could use one of these plazas, maybe. Yeah, but some of those are really not noise pollution, if you ask me. Just 10 noise pollution, that's something we can fix. Just having a hospital nearby. Disaster memorial. Darn it. I want something that actually fills this out. Lungs of the city. Nice. Okay, this has 30 pollution to it. I'm not 100% sure this is going to improve the situation, but it fits perfectly in this part. Let me actually check the clinics. Maybe we could set up another clinic as well. We could also make use of another child care center and also elder care. Let's have that here. Is this... wait, the long one is the elder care. Yeah. Gonna also have an additional crematorium, and then we should be good. Actually, thinking about this, we could also use a fire station that's gonna go there, and in this case probably also a police station. Yeah. We have an issue. I think we don't have enough water. Wait, that's electricity. Yeah, there we go. Water is missing. Maybe finally we're gonna swap to the large water towers. They might be a good solution in contrast to the pumps. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a nice little line of these water towers. They can be quite close together. Actually, how much is the maintenance? 720. Maybe we're not gonna go too extreme. Let me go ahead and remove this. Gonna hook this one up to the system, and then I don't know. This is... let's actually observe this. Come on. React. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see this is too many water towers, and I'm just gonna disable them and re-enable them as we need them. Yeah, this is gonna keep us in great shape for a long time. I just needed 2 water towers to make this happen. And I just see there's another traffic situation developing, but it is because of a temporary thing. So yeah, of course. Now this part is flooding because my pumps aren't pumping as much anymore. At least that's what it could be, if I understood this correctly. So I'm just gonna raise the terrain here a bit. Hopefully that's gonna help Okay, I'm not sure if you can hear it in the background, but I think I'm gonna need to help out a little bit with the screaming children. But I guess we can just continue playing at this point in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great time and see you soon. Bye bye.